it's not a blessing for sure, but it brought me some peace because I knew the clock was ticking on my mom, and I knew time was limited, and I knew that she wasn't going to be around too much longer. And in some ways, that gives you an opportunity to get some closure, to say you love her, and I don't know, give her a hug, or, as in her later years, she was really on the decline and she could barely move and barely eat. And, it's weird. You're born helpless as a baby, and before you die, you end up like that too in some cases. And watching my mom do that was tough. But again, I knew it was coming. And when she passed, and it was, I think 3 years ago, it'll be 3 years ago, I think in January 6th. And it was time. And it's been weird. And I've needed her sometimes over the last few years. It's funny, at her ceremony, I got up there and talked a little bit, as family tends to at funerals. And I talked how I thought it was kind of like when, this sounds funny, Darth Vader killed Obi-Wan and Kenobi in the first Star Wars. And suddenly Luke could communicate with Obi-Wan at any time, anywhere. And Obi-Wan was talking down and saying, "Use the Force, Luke." And in some ways, I feel that way with my mom, that if I need her, and I've needed her the last year, certainly, but I haven't reached out to her as often probably as I should. But if I need to, I can think about her and kind of talk to her in my head, and she'll probably answer in her crazy mom way and say the crazy things she might say. But at least I almost feel she's there, there when you need her. And again, I need to remind myself of that, because there's been definitely times over the last year I've needed her, and I wish she was here. And because I think there's only, a mother's love is pretty special. And, not having, I cry a lot, I'm sorry. Not having that around is hard.